Welcome back to the Grow Your Nutrition Business podcast. At Healthy Steps Nutrition, we believe something as fundamental as nutrition shouldn't be complicated. We help gym owners and independent nutrition coaches build successful nutrition programs without reinventing the wheel. I'm your host, Nicole Coyne, registered dietitian and founder of Healthy Steps Nutrition, CrossFit HSN, and HSN Mentoring. I'm also the author of the Basics of Nutrition Coaching CrossFit Preferred Nutrition course. I'm going to teach you how to take one step at a time to build a successful nutrition program where you finally feel confident talking about nutrition to your members and your communities. Today, I'm so excited to have my friend Nick Reyes on the podcast. We are talking all about automating your systems, specifically with lead nurture and following up with people so that no one falls through the cracks. One of the big things that we help gym owners do in HSN Mentoring is build nutrition funnels, get more people seeing nutrition before they come into your door. If you're a gym owner or a nutrition coach looking to build a nutrition program, you have to be talking about nutrition consistently. The first time they walk into your building and talk to you to get signed up cannot be the first time they're hearing about nutrition from you or your business. PushPress just released a new platform called Grow. It's a CRM, client relationship management software, to make it easy for gyms to track leads, follow up with them, and build automations. We have partnered with them to make it super easy for our clients to have those nutrition automations already built in so our mutual clients can focus less on the systems and building the business and focus more on helping more people within their communities. If you're a mutual client, this is going to be so easy for you to use all of the lead capture tools and email sequences that we've built out for you so that you can start capturing leads and funneling them to free intros. I am so excited to get this to you. In this podcast, Nick and I are going to talk about why you need automated email sequences, why you need to think about beyond just emails to SMS and calling people. There are some simple and actionable tips that you can take if you are trying to build all of this on your own, but this is an episode that you want to take notes on. Let's get to this episode with Nick Reyes. Nick Reyes, welcome to the Grow Your Nutrition Business podcast. Actually, welcome back.
Thank you. It's good to be back.
Excited to talk to you today all about automating and scaling your business, specifically what gym owners need to be doing to make sure no one falls through the cracks in regards to leads and following up with people. You guys have been doing some really cool stuff at PushPress, and I want to just dive in. Does that sound good?
Sounds like a plan to me.
First, let's look at the big picture here. Why is this important? Like, why should gym owners care about what automations are set up in regards to lead nurture and capturing leads?
Yeah, so a big theme in our space is that gym owners feel like they need more and more leads. However, it's my opinion that a lot of us, and I have been guilty of this in the past as well, probably would get 10 leads or something like that in a week or in a couple of weeks, and we'd maybe follow up with them promptly and then never follow up with them again, right? So we just let them fall through the cracks, and then we feel like, oh, I need 10 more. Well, if you get 10 and you really only do something with 2 and you let 8 go to waste, yeah, you need 10. How about you just do something with the 10, right? So that's a big reason for the need of automation.
I think we have the best intentions, right? Like, okay, getting all these leads sounds amazing. You call them, but sometimes people might not answer the phone right away, or they say, yes, this sounds great, but then they've got a million other things going on and they forget to sign up or book that appointment or whatever the case may be. And people fall through the cracks.
We get pulled in a lot of different directions as gym owners, right? So it's like, I need to adjust this programming, or I have to go and, clean up the bathroom or whatever. So then it's like, oh yeah, I forgot to follow up with that lead now. And then it just becomes this vicious cycle of needing more to backfill against maybe a lack of efficiency.
Yeah, I could not agree more. And, at the very basis, we talk about email automation, right? Like, what emails are following up with people to nurture them who maybe reached out, but they weren't ready to buy, to call them to action, to book that initial consultation with you to learn more about them and learn more about you. But there's so many other pieces of the puzzle, right?
Right. Yeah. I mean, I'm always been, and we talked about this in the past, I've always been a big fan of putting yourself into the shoes of your prospects or of your buyers. I know that me personally, I don't open a ton of emails, especially if I know that they're drips. If anything, I open them to reverse engineer the ones that got me to open them, right? I'm like, oh man, that's an amazing subject line. I'm so going to figure out what's in this thing, and someone smart wrote this, right? But I know that's kind of a one-off. Most gym owners won't do that. But I think text is obviously kind of leads the day. But there's a bunch of other ones that we're doing with our new platform at PushPress called Grow, voicemail dropping. So I know a lot of gym owners can be maybe a little bit hesitant to pick up that outbound call. Like we're trainers, we're coaches, we're not salespeople for the most part. The ability to drop a voicemail into someone's inbox that's pre-recorded, and it kind of takes the edge off a little bit. The director of Grow for PushPress, Jake, is currently using a lot of outbound calls. So he basically gets a notification on his phone when someone requests a pricing on his website. And he literally hits the OK button and it calls the prospect, and he's super comfortable with that, right? Like with that cold call mentality. So there's more than just an email. There's so many more things that we can do.
I think at the end of the day, we're trying to nurture that relationship with clients. And if they're not opening up the email, we have to get through them a different way. And I can tell you from personal experience, because we're using Grow at Healthy Subs Nutrition HQ, Jake got us to do the outbound call with my husband. When someone applies for nutrition coaching, he gets a call within like a couple minutes and then presses 1 to be connected with that person who applied. And he's getting people to sign up so much faster. And when you think about it, when you reach out to someone, and like if I reach out and say, okay, Nick, I want to know a little bit more about Kansas City Athletic Club, at that moment that I reach out, I'm interested in knowing more. But the longer it goes, sometimes our excitement kind of dies down. So if you can get to people as quickly as possible, your close rate is going to be so much better.
Absolutely. Someone has a pain point right then and there. And when they're on your website requesting pricing, requesting information, there's a good chance that they're probably going to find 1 or 2 other places to request pricing, request information. If you call them and you can solve their pain points and get them scheduled sooner than the other individuals or the other businesses that they've called, you're going to win the day.
But the idea of creating all of those things is really overwhelming, right? Like, okay, what are all these automations? What should the email say? What should the text say? I mean, there's so many things that go into it. And goodness, when we have people sign up for HSN mentoring, most gym owners are like, email automation, what's that? Like, I need a way to email clients. Like I see them in person. Well, before they get to you in person, you have to be communicating with them to get them to you in person, right?
Absolutely. And I don't think that's uncommon, as you allude to. It's we don't know what we don't know. Yep. This is the reason why at Kansas Athletic Club we are an HSN client, because we don't know what we don't know. We don't know how to, it's that thing like, yeah, I can read this and I can study what Nicole does and I can tune into everything that Nicole preaches. But it's a lot easier if I just have Nicole hold my hand through the process, right? So we decided to become HSN clients. The same thing goes, like a lot of people, I wouldn't recommend building your own gym management software, even though like you could probably get some digital waiver system and you could probably set up your own billing account. And you could do all these things, hire some professionals, and you'll go much faster.
It just makes everything so much easier and saves you time so you don't have to reinvent the wheel. And you guys have set up a lot of really awesome things with Grow to make it easy for people to have a framework to build off of and customize and kind of make it your own so the language sounds like yours. I want to talk about, I see the email automations and Grow and specifically to help 3 different types of people, right? You've got the people who are like fishing out, just interested in fitness and nutrition. They're just interested in looking for help. You've got the people who are like, okay, yeah, I know Kansas Athletic Club is going to help me, but I haven't bought yet. And then you've got the people who are already your paying clients. And all 3 of those different buckets of people can be served. and moved closer to the love, know, and trust you and your brand through a system like Grow.
Yeah, exactly. So, we don't want to just nurture leads in and then not have a way to help make them become raving fans, right? It's more than just, can you get someone to sign up? Because I think we've all been where that we get that person, they're super excited, they get started, and then like 30 days later, like you haven't seen them and they're gone, right? They churn out. So we really want to get people past that first wave of excitement and into the results seeing phase, where they can start to fall in love with your business, right? So yeah, you're spot on, Nicole. You got to hit every single one of those, and then also re-engage some canceled clients as well, which is always a big win.
I think for gym owners right now, a lot of gym owners are like, okay, if I have really tight restrictions on how many people I can fit into my classes, fit into my facility, you and I have had similar conversations with your business and how many people are allowed in specific classes. Can you get past clients who might not be interested in rejoining fitness, interested in nutrition? Right? Like there's other ways to get people re-engaged besides just coming back through the fitness route. So I think you're 1,000% right. You can't forget about those people that, maybe now wasn't the best time for them with fitness, but now could be a great time for nutrition.
Yeah, absolutely. The re-engagement campaigns, and we'll talk a little bit about what HSN is doing with Grow here in just a few minutes. But the other distinct advantage that we have by having a lot of clients using a system that does lead nurture and re-engagement is the economies of scale on the data side. So as a gym owner, you can go in and scrap this kind of thing together yourself, or you can use a company that's really looking at what are the most effective campaigns. What are the click-through rates on those email campaigns? What are the response rates on the text message campaigns? And, this text campaign doesn't work well, and we can see it not working well for multiple gyms. Let's update it, fix it. Oh, it's working a lot better. Awesome. That's not going to be nearly as effective or quick of a process for someone that does this on their own. So to your point, like that re-engagement, that how do you get someone who maybe churned out back in? It's like, no, this is a proven re-engagement campaign that we can use.
I think that's an awesome thing to be thinking about. The other thing that we're looking at is you've got trainers who might be working from home, right? Or, might not be in the gym. And if you only have one gym phone, which was a pain point for us, it was a struggle, right? Like we're all sharing this one gym phone number, this one gym phone. And with Grow, anyone can call anyone from the computer.
Right. So it's basically centralized messaging, right? So I've got a web chat icon on my website. We've got a phone number through Twilio. And if someone, responds to one of these text messages campaigns, it comes into the mobile app. So I could be at Costco and reply to someone who's chatting on my website, that's chatting through Facebook, that's responding to a text message, that's replying to an email. It's all right there in one easy to use mobile app. I can even update opportunities and lead statuses if I want to.
At the end of the day, if it's easy for you to manage leads, less people will fall through the cracks. And at the end of the day, that turns into a higher sale rate, higher conversion rate, more members that you're able to serve, more people you're able to help achieve optimal health and wellness, right?
Absolutely. Automation, and I know that you and I have talked about this as well in the past, is, in my opinion, automation should allow you to spend more time doing what you enjoy with your business. And that should be the ultimate goal, right? So there's a lot of things about running a gym that I don't think a lot of us are a fan of, right? So those are the things that we outsource. Those are the things that we want to automate as best we can. A lot of this like follow-up text stuff, we don't want to do manually, right? So that gives me time to work on, I like coaching weightlifting. I absolutely love it. I coach every Saturday morning at 7 a.m. and I have for the last several years. And I won't give it up, even though it's crazy early on a Saturday, right? But it's what I love about the gym. It's literally the only class each week that I coach. The rest of my time is dedicated towards PushPress and making sure that we advance the technology that we use here at Kansas Athletic Club.
And I think that's an important piece of the puzzle. You have to focus on what you love and automate the rest or delegate, right? But another big thing that we haven't talked about yet, if we don't have automations and systems, it's really tough to delegate and ensure everything that you want to get done is getting done. And the cool thing about having a system like this is that you can set up automated reminders so that nothing falls through the cracks with your staff, and it can be passed off super easy.
Absolutely. You can create different tasks and have that as part of an automated process, right? So someone signs up and then you create a task for your, community manager to reach out to that individual within 12 hours, right? So again, that's just a shooting from the hip example here, but it goes exactly to what you're saying. It's me delegating without me having to manually remind. And all I have to do is once a week, take a look at the task list. All the tasks are done. Awesome. Everyone's followed up with all the new clients. Everyone's followed up with anyone who requested to cancel, what have you.
And the other thing that we haven't really mentioned too much about is capturing new leads. And, I hear a lot of gyms struggling to get new people in the door, right? Like, maybe people are nervous about COVID, or maybe they just, for whatever reason, they're not getting the amount of leads they want. So having a lead capture tool and a sales funnel allows you to capture people that are interested in health and wellness, but not really sure how you can help them yet, nurture them, and get them to book a free intro, apply for coaching, whatever your call to action might be. This is one of the super exciting things that we are going to make so much easier for our mutual clients. We released a lead capture tool called Beginner's Guide to Meal Prepping. Within just a couple weeks at our HQ location, we had over 250 leads. Some of those people have already converted over to applying for coaching, signing up, but it was a way for us to capture people who I know are interested in help with nutrition, give them some information. And I know it's a pain point for a lot of our clients. We give, your gym, for instance, like, hey, you have access to this awesome lead capture tool, but it still is on the gym owner to get it all set up. And we are going to make it so simple for our mutual clients. Like, all they have to do is have one click and then it's up and going on their website. It makes things so much easier for you to get those tools and systems up and running so that you guys can capture more leads.
Yeah, no, absolutely. We will do the legwork of getting those systems deployed so that you can convert more prospects and, again, work more in your work more on your business than in your business, right? So do you mind if I share some numbers?
Yeah, go ahead.
About Grow? Okay. So we deployed Grow back in July. I guess it's probably important for me to set the tone that I spend, and I complain about this a lot, even though I don't do anything about it. I spend 98% of my week on PushPress, right? Like, my gym is very hands-off. So I think that's important to understand, though, here. So we did $27K in revenue in the month of July. March is going to finish probably 36.5, right? So,
wow.
And that was basically from the time that we deployed Grow. That's over a 34% increase in revenue, and it has, through automations, closed a little bit south of 100 clients for us.
Wow. I mean,
and that's a gym owner who's got a full-time job for a software company, not really doing much to close those deals.
I can tell you that our revenue numbers, the increase is about the same, 30% increase in the amount of people that we have closed, because we are following up with people so much faster now, and there's less manual work to get to follow up with them.
It's about speed. It's about speed and knowing that they're going to reach out to, again, 2 or 3 other potential suitors. And, I trust that our clients have the knowledge and the know-how to deliver their prospects' goals met, right? So it's how can you convey that? How quickly can you convey that and tell your story? The longer you wait, the longer it takes, the less likely they are to choose you.
Exactly. Now, I want to talk about a couple common mistakes that we see with gym owners with lead nurture, follow-up. I think one is relying all on manual work, right? That's a super common mistake. And again, going back to what we said at the beginning, gym owners have the best intentions, but they don't have enough time. You have to have some of this stuff in place.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, our entire society is unfortunately kind of built around instant gratification, right? We've been hardwired now, especially with technology, to push a button and get an instant quote. To what's the insurance one? It's like get your quote in 15 minutes or something. It's what we do now. We want everything quick, quick, quick. You can even go to an oil change and like you don't even have to get out of your car anymore. So we have to have that type of convenience in mind.
Absolutely. I think one actionable step that gym owners can do is opt into your sequence, like pretend you are someone interested in your business and see what happens. How long does it take for someone to follow up with you? I remember I was at a conference a few years ago and they asked us to do that. And I was unpleasantly surprised with how long it took our person to follow up with me as a fake person. I'm like, well, all right, well, I just found the place next down the street that followed up with me faster. And now I've lost a client. And, I think if you can see what your potential prospects are seeing, it's going to open your eyes with how to make some adjustments, right?
Absolutely. I'm a big fan on like the set a delay for an odd time. So you submit a request. I want the automated text message to go back to you in like 2 minutes and 42 seconds, right? Like pick an odd time. Don't do it instantly because then it's like super like, oh man, I may as well be replying at Orange Theory, right? Because you get their stuff in real time. The delay makes it a little bit more human potentially, right? So,
Yep.
But yeah.
I think that's a great suggestion. And, another thing, if you are a gym owner looking to add a nutrition program or looking to get people to sign up for nutrition and fitness, and there's nothing about nutrition in your nurture sequences, people are just going to think you're trying to upsell them on something, and that's not really part of the core services that you offer. I mean, we front load a ton of nutrition stuff with new people that sign up because I would rather them sign up with nutrition and then us get them on fitness later. And at the very least, sign up with nutrition only or sign up with both nutrition and fitness. So if you're a gym owner looking to add a nutrition program, opt into your funnel and see what people are seeing. If there's nothing related to nutrition, I challenge you to go back and make some edits so that people can see some nutrition help coming from you. So it's not a surprise when you're talking to them about that in a free intro.
Absolutely. And show some of your, closest friends, your spouse, hey, what do you think of the way this reads? What do you think of, does this speak to you? I think that helps as well. But yeah, completely agree, Nicole. Plant the seeds. You can't harvest a full deal if you didn't put in the work and till the land and plant the seeds from the very start of the process.
I think another one too, and I'm going back, I did the StoryBrand Guide certification a few years ago, and they always talked about insider language, right? Like it's so easy for us to talk about insider language or AMRAP or WOD, like people that have never done CrossFit before, which is our demographic, have no idea what WOD means or AMRAP or any of those types of words. So keep it simple that your 10-year-old can understand what you are trying to say in these emails, and keep them short and sweet. I think that's another big common mistake people make when they create email automations is that these emails are super long and drawn out and you've lost people.
Yeah, if you go down the path of creating, what we've done at Grow for yourself, you would absolutely need to do those things. Obviously, we take the wheel, try to make it easy for you as best we can, of course. If you're absolutely determined to do it on your own, use a readability score. And it's basically going to give you a complexity score. And you can just Google readability score. There's a ton of different formulas for basing the readability of a paragraph, of a page, of whatever it is that you've written, and it will tell you like this is way too complex. This is like understandable by a fifth grader. You want that readability score to tell you that it's so incredibly simple to comprehend what you've written.
Yeah. And keeping sentences super short and sweet, like even your website, right? Like I go to websites sometimes like these long drawn out paragraphs, or even like a client story that you're sharing and it's like 10 sentences long. No one's reading that. You got to keep it like 1 to 2 sentences, short and sweet, 3 steps for this, 5 tips for this, and keep it like bullet points so that it's really, really easy and scannable so that people actually read the content that you're putting in an email. And it kind of goes to subject lines. One of the things that Jake did a really good job with was using emojis in subject lines. Like every single one of his emails, there's an emoji on it, and it makes you stop and want to open that email.
It absolutely does. The things, again, that make you want to open an email are things that you should have in your email sequences.
Definitely. Another tip that I would tell people, and even if you are using Grow, I think that this is a good tip in using our content. Use some video content. Put some video content so that people feel like they know you when they are coming to a free intro appointment. And when we do free calls with gym owners, at least once a day, I hear, Nicole, I feel like I already know you. And I'm like, yes, that means that my sequence is working. I want you to feel like that, because then you automatically understand like, okay, I trust you. I feel like you can help me. You've already talked about these problems and how you've been able to solve them. I mean, you know what your problems are of your ideal clients. Like talk about those and give them some simple tips and let them hear you, see you, so that you can start building that relationship with them.
Yeah. So again, you mentioned putting yourself, going through your own sequences. What do you see in that email that's going to make you want to watch that video? When you watch it, what do you take away from that video? And can you imagine your prospect taking away, the same benefits that you originally, set out to do when you recorded that video? And then I think we've all been in that situation where you're going to go meet someone, right? And it's like, I don't know what this person looks like, what their demeanor is. Are they welcoming? Are they kind of intimidating? The video helps soften all of that. So they'll immediately come into, your intro, your one-on-one meeting with their guard a little bit more relaxed.
For sure. Like smile at the start of your videos too.
Yes. It's like, hey, that guy has a beard, but he smiles. So it's no big deal.
Yep. Like you're not that scary.
Exactly.
Walking into a gym, and I feel like I'm sure we could put ourselves back, 10, 11 years ago when I first walked into my first CrossFit gym, and I was in decent shape. Like I was so nervous, right? And you have to think that's how people feel when they're coming into your facility. Whatever you can do to lower that barrier and make them feel like, okay, I'm here to help you and I'm not scary and I'm not going to make you flip tires and nothing crazy is going to happen. You're going to build that trust with them a little bit faster, and they're going to understand how you can help them.
Yep. Just those little things, right? We want to take that close rate of leads up so that you don't need 500 leads every year in order to, hit your numbers and live the type of life that you're aspiring to.
I love that. All right, let's kind of dive into the details of Grow real quick. So Grow is really designed for people who are already PushPress clients.
Yep. Currently only servicing PushPress clients.
So you need to be a PushPress client. If you are a PushPress client, talk to me about the process of getting this up and going.
Yeah. So essentially what we do is the first step is for us to really show you the system and talk through your specific onboarding. Do you work with HSN and do nutrition? Do you have a boot camp or any other programs besides your, main CrossFit program, or what are all the different things that you offer, youth, so on and so forth? And then that allows us to really tailor the system as best we can for your specific offerings. While we've been in the beta phase, we've pretty much closed and tried to narrow the scope of what we're bringing on board. But as we open that up, it's basically support as many of the programs as you guys have, which we're currently using Grow in the following capacity at Kansas Athletic Club. Supports free trials for our boot camp, supports nutrition consults for our HSN nutrition program here at Kansas Athletic Club, and also supports trials and no sweat intros for our CrossFit side, with separate lead nurtures for each of those, member nurtures as well as a whole. So we basically combine everyone in the entire community into one member nurture. That's by design. And then also re-engagement campaigns as well, and a combination of text, email, and then staff notifications.
Awesome. We definitely are using text, SMS so much more now that we are using Grow, and people are responding, which is awesome, because then you're engaging with them and then calling them to action to whatever you want them to do next, which is great. So I love that. You've got these different funnels. Where are people coming in from? You're tailoring the messages based on that, calling them to action. And when they sign up, they go into one giant funnel that has all of your current members in there.
Exactly. We can also do funnel pages, so landing pages that, again, for lead nurture purposes. So if you wanted to create a specific funnel page for a Facebook ad that you want to run, we can do the funnel page for that, right? So those landing pages, those marketing pages are part of this as well.
Awesome. I know we created a couple forms. One, apply for coaching. So people who are interested in nutrition coaching, they apply for coaching, and then Jason will automatically follow up with them right away with a phone call, get them signed up. So they're not even coming into the gym, and we're getting them signed up, which is such a faster process for closing people who are ready to get started. And then we also created a form for people who are interested in this downloadable guide, right? And all of this, the forms and then subsequent email funnels, email sequences are available for our mutual clients, which is amazing. It's going to save gym owners so much time instead of reinventing the wheel with that, or taking our funnels and then making it from scratch.
Yeah. Can we rewind back to that last little or the first thing you mentioned there? Because it's such a great hack. You guys are doing your consults over the phone.
Yeah.
Is that right? So one of the cool things is that you can change the meeting location. So this basically, think of Grow as also having your appointment scheduler, right? So it's got coach availability for a specific meeting type. It can round robin appointments. It can give priority to a specific coach. Ton of flexibility in the appointment scheduler. One of the things that you can do is put a specific location for those appointments. And we do appointment reminder campaigns. Oh, you missed your appointment, reschedule here. All that type of stuff is included. All the messaging for these re-engagement on the initial lead process if they somehow don't show as a part of this as well. But what Nicole just mentioned is such a little cool thing that you can do. Getting into the gym for that first no sweat intro or no snack intro can be a little bit difficult. So have them meet you over Zoom. We just went through an entire year where people were doing Zoom happy hours. Yep. Everyone has Zoom on their phone and on every device that they own. So leverage that for the sake of speed. So I think that's brilliant that you're doing your intros through phone.
So we don't even, we literally do them on a phone call. It's not even through Zoom, and people are understanding, basically we're doing a free intro. Jason's going through all of the normal questions that we ask people if they were to come in person. What are you struggling with? What are you looking for? What's worked well for you in the past? What hasn't? How can we help you? What does success look like? And then he guides them to whatever nutrition package we are wanting them to sign up with. If it's higher accountability, he sends them the link to sign up. And if it's the lower accountability plan, he sends them the link to sign up with that. And then in Grow, he moves them to needs follow-up, didn't buy until they buy. And then they go to the member
one
pipeline. And that's it.
Right. See, that's so absolutely perfect and brilliant. I love it.
It's simple, but if you don't have these systems in place, and I can tell you from personal experience, because it took me forever to figure it out, people fall through the cracks and you end up losing clients because of it.
Yep, absolutely.
So we've got all of this stuff built out for our mutual clients, but you guys have gone above and beyond to figure out, all right, what is an awesome benefit bundle for HSN clients?
Yeah. So, when we got started with HSN, Nicole, your team was very specific on what you guys wanted to see on our website. So we did a lot of work back when we got started a couple years ago with HSN on our website, and we had the PushPress team designing our site at the time. So I was basically like, here's what you guys need to build. And we built it. And since then we've gone through the story brand process with our website product at PushPress, which I know Nicole, very well. But so essentially what we're doing now is we're spooling up websites that have the HSN stamp of approval on them. And which is a good stamp of approval to have, by the way. Again, I was very impressed with the thoroughness of the website review part. So, and then also for Grow, having all of the lead nurture campaigns coming from Nicole's team, which I think they're absolutely amazing, going to really help increase the number of nutrition clients, and again, that lead throughput and closing a high percentage of deals for nutrition. So the bundle for HSN clients is essentially website, Grow, and PushPress Pro. And we're going to do something that we haven't done before, which is a pretty solid discount. We're going to do 17% off that entire tech stack.
Which is absolutely amazing. And at the end of the day, our goal is to make it so easy for gym owners who are our mutual clients to be able to deploy this stuff so they can focus on growing their business and helping more people.
Yep, absolutely. And so it's for us, it's about making it a no-brainer and making that ROI undeniable, right? And I know that Grow will absolutely help nurture those deals into closure, and the website will attract them and answer their questions before they decide to click that chat button and chat with you while you're enjoying, while you're responding quickly from the phone. And so yeah, and then PushPress obviously is kind of the hub in the entire category.
Well, I'm so excited about working with you guys in the future. You guys are just an incredible team to work with and just so easy and on it. The customer service at PushPress is second to none. Like you guys are amazing. So we're just excited to continue this partnership with you guys. And goodness, Nick, I'm going to be seeing you in person twice in July. You guys are coming down to Florida. We're actually going to be speaking more in depth on automating the process in your business, giving gym owners actionable steps to help them get set up for success. And then we are together, HSN and PushPress is hosting a free breakfast at the CrossFit Games. So we'll be chatting there too.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Looking forward to both those events. Ready to get down to Florida, spend some time with you guys down there, and then, of course, see you again at the games.
Yeah, we're going to have so much fun. So where can gym owners who are interested in Grow, where do they go? Where do they go next if they're like, I need help?
Yeah, so you can always email me directly, nick@pushpress.com. You can also just go to pushpress.com and you will see a Get Started tab to set up a free PushPress account to kind of toy around. There is a little chat icon on our website. If you want to test our customer service and our response time, please feel free. I will challenge anyone and everyone out there to say that there's not a faster team in the world of SaaS.
There's not. I'll guarantee that for sure. Awesome. So if you are interested, if you need some help with email automation, if you're looking for really a turnkey solution, which still means you have to turn the key, but a turnkey solution to help you get all of this set up, we would highly recommend that you head over to PushPress and check out their awesome new platform, Grow. Any final thoughts, Nick?
No, thanks again for everything that you and the HSN team do for gyms and for the community and for us at Kent's Athletic Club. It means a lot and truly appreciate all the help and support.
Well, we love you guys. I hope you enjoyed that episode and understand now why you have to have these automated sequences, not only to email, but actually to text and call people to keep notes so that no one falls through the cracks. Automated email sequences and sales funnels and creating these systems is one of the toughest things that you have to do as a business owner. I think we all got in this business to help people and we didn't really understand all of the nuances of actually building the business. And while it takes time, after you build it and set it up, the automations do a lot of the work for you. If you are a PushPress client and you are looking for a system to manage leads, capture leads, nurture your clients, I highly recommend that you check out PushPress Grow. And if you are an HSN and Grow client, you get all of those sales funnels loaded up for you, and any new releases that we release in the future will already be added for you. We are super excited to make it so easy for our mutual clients. Our goal at HSN Mentoring is to save you time so that you can focus on growing your business and helping more people through nutrition and fitness coaching. I hope you enjoyed this podcast episode. Until next week.